And we may have remind you that just about to arrive here in England and the UK is our brand new creation. Did you catch the word? You and I understand that book didn't happen by itself. David Attenborough says the boy did happen by himself. That's what evolution's about. It's all about the fact that if 3 wise men saw a star, then who else saw the star? And this is about a little boy. Actually, he's a teenager by this time. He lives in Nazareth, and he sees a star. Why would he be looking? Well, he's a farmer's son, and they all grew up in those days learning how to read the stars because they planted their crops according to the stars. The book is full of wonderful characters. I mean, there's Disgustus, a Roman. Israel was full of Romans. They had to see something too. There's dogs. Oh, the Romans largely owned dogs, except for this one Jewish family. Why would they own dogs? It's interesting. It goes all the way back to the Exodus. You can enjoy this. It's coming out in England too, Joseph, I believe, in a few weeks' time, correct?
Absolutely. We should be having our first delivery on Monday. So
wow, fantastic.
There will be announcements of how you can get it. It's going to be a very limited edition in the UK and the States at least, because we can ship quite inexpensively to the States from the UK. So it's going to be very limited in its edition. We're only getting a few copies, so grab them while you can, but you'll find all the information if you sign up to our newsletters, particularly to the UK newsletter, but also if you follow us on Facebook, if you check it out on our Creation Research store. All the links are there in the description of this stream and all of our streams, so check it out. You'll see an update there shortly.
And there's lots of fun in it as well. It's designed for sort of 8 years of age and above, and you parents will love it as well, particularly the astronomy. I mean, why are there 360 degrees in a circle? You know, you can actually go outside and line up your finger and you will discover there are 360 finger widths around the horizon. Interesting. All sorts of fascinating information. So in Australia, it will be coming out, God willing, from the printers next week, and it is available in Australia. You'll find the details on our website as well. That's a good story about good news and a creation that that needs good news, because David Attenborough is only half right. He ignores the fact we don't live in a good world anymore. There's a problem called sin, as well as thorns and thistles and leeches and things like that. Okay, today's going to deal with, well, I'll tell you what, we got a new puppy 5 months ago. Aren't they cute? Have you noticed how many boots they can chew up? They can be expensive. But my wife fell in love with our new puppy. That's my lovely wife, Anne, by the way. You can pray for her. She's not exactly 100% at the moment, but even she gets visits from the dog into our office. It loves to sneak in. Have you noticed how the dogs love to be with people? One day I'd like to find out, did God deliberately make animals, particularly the dogs, so they long to be with people? Oh, and I went out one Sunday morning after preaching online on Zoom, and I discovered my now 5 months old dog had visited the garden. Look, he's eating my corn. I mean, look at the wretch. He loves, well, we've discovered he loves his plants. I mean, he would sit there, he would master the corn, he would peel it, he would eat it. Wow, I've never had a dog like this. I've had some dogs that like fruit. I mean, I had a big bull cross, and he loved to eat strawberries and mangoes and things like that. Oh, the context, God said he made the world good. God told Adam that all the animals would eat plants. Oh, the snap flowers and all of that are certainly good and easy to demonstrate that. But the dog's got sharp teeth. He's supposed to have sharp teeth. He's evolved them to kill things. Well, he loves corn. Oh, look at this. And I found him one morning stealing my broad beans and my flat beans, and he wouldn't let them go. I mean, Daddy, these are mine. You leave them alone. I want to finish them off. So this guy here has sharp teeth. I mean, he's a cross. His dad was an Alsatian shepherd, so he loves rounding up chickens. His sharp teeth means he likes to eat them. But you see, he steals beans, and he loves to actually eat them. What's he got now? Well, we've been discovering amazing things about this dog. He went and picked some tomatoes. Yes, you're quite right. I love growing all my own veggies. And if you want a healthy diet, remember God told Adam he had to eat plants. He had to eat the fruit. And that should be the majority. If you want to avoid stomach cancers, then cut down on how much meat you're eating, but don't drop it because God told us we could eat it. Oh, look at that tongue. He's got the thing open up. He's now licking all the contents out. He loves his tomatoes. He loves his strawberries. In fact, he loves his potatoes too. He goes and helps me dig them up. Quite amazing. But you see, yesterday we discovered something new and we filmed it. I was going down to feed our chickens. Let's see if we can get this to move. I think I can do it. There it goes. That's the grain out of the chicken bit. You know, it's made of broken this and broken that. And we discovered he loved to eat raw grain, not cooked grain. That's what's in dog food. They discovered ages ago your dog would eat grain, but they disguised it to look like meat for your sake. We have a grain-eating dog. There's my chicken bit. Wow, quite amazing. What you have to think of here is a dog that God made very good. We don't need to play it again. But we have a dog who's smart enough to say, Dad, you need to feed me. And he reminds you of that. Of course, if you want to get him down, then you need to actually tickle him. He's easily sidetracked. But the point is very simple. He's usually regarded as a killer because of his teeth. But this is nonsense. I mean, I appreciate his big teeth because a guy came to the gate the other day and he wouldn't come any further because this head is looking over the top of the gate at him with his teeth barred. But question, if this creature was standing up at the top of the gate and had his teeth barred, you could say, man, he's going to be savage. What does he eat? Well, the answer is very simple. He's a vegetarian Chinese water deer. Look at those teeth. Do you realize when you have a look at sharp teeth, they don't tell you what a creature eats. They only tell you how it eats, what it eats. Have you got that? Even with the dinosaurs, the sharp teeth, unless you see them killing things, you can't conclude they actually are killers. Joseph's on the Isle of Wight at the moment. We're praying that as the tides get lower at the right time in this coming week, he'll make some fabulous new discoveries. In fact, he's going to show you some of these, I believe. Sharp teeth only tell you how a creature what it eats. Sharp teeth tear things. Sharp teeth, well, the flat teeth at the back, the big savage heavy teeth, these dogs, they can use them to chew up the grain, and they do. Flat teeth always, you can't have flat teeth and end up a killer. If you want to be killed by a cow, being chewed to death by a cow is painful. Actually, what we need, if you're watching, for those of you in different countries, you may want to pray about that. We need a young man of God who knows the Bible full-time in Australia, and he knows his science, but he's interested in winning souls to Christ, because it should be obvious from what Joseph said, we are Christians and unashamed of it. And the most important part is the evidence that Jesus lived and died and rose from the dead, and the people who are using David Attenborough to deny that, that's the ministry we have. So you want to help us out? I'll tell you what, you can do it. Support it. Support by the UK. Support by this program. If you're in Australia, come and visit our Jurassic Ark.